Members of Congress have been frantic after they learned the Cash for Clunkers program was going to be put on hold. The House actually voted to rush an additional $2 billion into the popular but financially strapped Cash for Clunkers car purchase program. Before that vote happened, I spoke with Charles Henson of the New Mexico Auto Dealers Association to see how his members were doing with Cash for Clunkers.
Every dealer that I am hearing from is overwhelmed with the positive response from the public. It's been a great program.
Well, what happens to them if it ends?
Well, when the program ends, I believe they're as creative as they always are. We'll keep selling cars and find new ways to help the public buy cars.
Well, there is talk in Washington now. A number of members of Congress are trying to get emergency legislation to extend the program, but they're already out of money.
Well, no, I believe what the pause was to assess where they are. I think they had in numbers close to 20% of the money still there. I believe the pause was so they could find out exactly where they were.
That's right.
I don't believe you've seen Washington or anyone else confirm that they were out of money.
Well, but they had commitments, and they were afraid that the commitments may get ahead of the money.
Which is why they made this pause, I believe, in order to assess where they are and see what they needed to do.
Well, as far as you're concerned, you'd like to see it come back.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a great program, and hopefully will continue to be so.
Charles Henson of the New Mexico Auto Dealers Association. Indeed, KSFR's Abigail Adler easily found a Santa Fe dealer who was more than pleased with the way things were going.
The Cash for Clunkers program has been good to the Chalmers Capital Ford Lincoln Mercury dealer here in Santa Fe. Here's how the program works. When customers turn in their gas guzzlers to a car dealer, they get a government voucher for a new car, worth either $3,500 or $4,500, depending on the fuel efficiency of the new car purchased. Clunkers have been rolling into the Chalmers dealership this month, 27 of them in all, making it the biggest selling month since Chalmers took over Capital Ford some 3 years ago. Sales manager John Kleinholz expects the dealership to end this month having sold 100 cars. He says customers have turned in vehicles worth as little as $100. Then they drive out of the showroom with a shiny, new, fuel-efficient vehicle.
I think people are looking for a reason to buy a car. And if you can get $4,500 or $3,500 for a car that really isn't worth anything, that's a pretty good stimulus. And we've just, as I mentioned, we've done 27 of them already, and we're just one dealer. So you can see, I can't fathom $1 billion. I have trouble doing the math. But it must not be that big of a amount of money because it's virtually almost gone.
So you'd like to see the program continued?
Oh, definitely. I would like to see the government continue funding this, because this is really huge, and not only is it helping the car industry by putting people into new vehicles, but I think it's helping the environment for taking some of these older, gas inefficient cars that don't meet today's emission standards off the road.
Kleinholz says the Cash for Clunkers program has been so successful for them that the dealership could run out of some of its most popular models. In order to qualify for a clunker deal, the vehicle must be a 1985 model or newer, it must get less than 18 miles to the gallon, and it must be in running condition. When the clunker is traded in, the dealership is obligated to destroy the engine. That's part of the program to get the most polluting vehicles off the road for good. One last question. I have a 1986 Toyota Land Cruiser. Mm-hmm. Can I come bring that in?
A Toyota Ram Cruiser probably will qualify. Yeah, and I would just encourage people, to do it while the money's there, because we really don't know when they're going to say lights out. The money's gone.
This is Abigail Adler, KSFR News.